Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Some more Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution with our North Korea playthrough. We are on fire right now. We just blew right through March there. I think we're still waiting for the quarterly. I don't know if we got the quarterly budget. We have a surplus though. Budget's excess currently almost $1 billion excess cash disposable. We'll be able to start paying down our debt. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at the loan amounts again. So we owe a lot of money though, so it will take some time to pay it down. We owe a lot of it to... We don't owe any of it to the IMF or the WB, so that's good, but we own a lot of it to the France. Then the United States, Japan, United Kingdom. Russia, we could pay off now. Literally don't owe them anything. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to work on. The one thing being that now that we've got $1 billion excess cash, I'd like to improve our internet. It actually makes people really happy when you start putting high-speed fiber optic in. We're just going to skip broadband and go straight for the high speed. So distribute over the full territory. We're going to go for just probably 1% of the population. It is going to cost us a lengthy amount of money, but you'll find that it'll help with unemployment and everything. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. Get that ticked there. All right, construction's beginning. And we should see that tick over for us. Now, a lot of people were asking me, and were commenting down below saying, "Oh, Sabouts, you're a dictator. You could do what you want. You don't have to worry about the parliament." And you're correct. Wow, I thought that would be a lot bigger. You're 100% correct. I really don't have to worry about the parliament because of the fact that we are a dictator. But the problem is that this, and the way Power and Revolution works in general, is that there's like these hidden mechanics that essentially will make things like population revolt and overthrow you, or the military pull a coup on you. And, it's not that hard. Like in real life, Kim Jong-un can do whatever he wants for the most part, and, his military is super loyal to him. But in Power and Revolution, if I do so much as alter the company tax and drop it 1%, and the parliament's like, "Oh my God, this is horrendous," then they'll just throw me out of office. It's unbelievable, really. We could get away. It's not that hardcore, but it's definitely a little bit more than, you got to keep an eye on that. You want to make sure your popularity is high. Your people will storm your mansion and throw you into the street and kill you. So, but there is some of this stuff that we can do. The company turnover tax I want to raise. Give us a nice fat budget economy. I think when we pulled this last time, the people loved it. Parliament was against it. We could probably get away anyways with raising that 1%. I'm going to put it on a new reform here. We're going to call it the Make Money Reform. And we'll create it. And then we're going to throw a couple of other things on this reform as well. So we've got that. We could probably lower company tax a little bit. Parliament's for that. If we lower it 1 more percent, they're still for it, but they're not as for it, huh? Okay, so we'll throw that on the Make Money Reform, because losing the 14 million is nothing compared to the 200+ million that we're going to make raising company turnover tax. So let's add that to the reform. Employer Social Security payments. This should usually give us a pretty nice boost. People really like when you lower that. You're just going to lose some money, but that's not really that much money, and even Parliament's for it. So let's throw that on the Make Money Reform. So what's that looking like now? Okay, what else? What else do I want to put on that? I don't want to fill it up too much. Employee Social Security payments. Everybody loves that. What if I lower it too? Everybody loves that. Yeah, we can lower that. All right. And then there was the case of the income taxes, which crazy budget economy. Crazy budget economy. Let's just let this one reform go through, see what the damage is on our popularity in our parliament, and then we'll assess the next step. I mean, it's going to go through here regardless. I don't think it obviously doesn't go through Parliament. I don't know. Yeah, it is voted on. It does technically have to be voted by the Parliament. Ah, there we go, though. Public finance is going up. Purchasing power, that caps us out at our 100%. Industry is really happy. We should see a growth in our businesses now because increasing the company turnover tax really doesn't hamper your growth at all, but lowering both the company tax and lowering employee Social Security payments, the employer Social Security payments actually going to help businesses. Employee going to help the people. This will help purchasing power. So we're kind of combating purchasing power, increasing the surplus, the budget excess, and we're also going to help the businesses in North Korea expand. I want to get the taxes down even lower. They're still not low enough for my taste. How are we looking for industry? So shorting it here. We put subsidies in a couple of these. Or was it all under food? We subsidize food. So let's look at agriculture. We subsidize potatoes, rice, and corn. So how are those looking? Potatoes, rice, and corn. Potatoes going up, percentage of GDP. Corn going up. Rice is still going down. Okay. That's alright, though. We haven't really given it a whole lot of time yet.
We have to keep things practical and not be too proud.
Yeah, we'll have to check our bank account here and see how much money we've got.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating.
Okay, so we finally infiltrated the group there, the terrorist group. So we're going to try and actually start dismantling from the inside. Doing some of the dismantling. Meanwhile, make sure we're keeping an eye on people. Once you dismantle it a couple times, you'll eventually run the budget dry or you'll run the sympathizers out. Alright, we're still voting on that though. It hasn't passed yet, so we're not gonna see that in the excess for a while. But we could go ahead and probably start working on things like highways or trains. I'd like to get a highway to Dang Dong here, maybe. Just a simple one, right from Sinaju or whatever. I'm gonna butcher every single name in this game, so just pucker up and suck it up, because there's no way that any of you are gonna be able. There's no way I'm gonna pronounce none of these. You could, yeah, tell me all you want in the comment section how these are pronounced. I will never remember. I'll give it my best shot, but I'll butcher it every time. All right. Transportation, highway. So main highways, we got a bunch of them. Subway and tramway. High-speed train, we don't have any. Ports, we don't have any port. Not a single port. Very expensive though. Main highway, if we wanted to do one from here to here, they'll actually pay for some of it probably. You're not authorized to build in this territory. We'll have to get the permission to do it. Okay. Well, we could do highways then from between our cities. Main highways. What do we got now? Is this the one main highway here? So why don't we do a main highway from here to here? Maybe. Authorized to construct high-speed rail networks abroad. Before processing or proposing an international project for a high-speed rail network, you must sign bilateral agreements with the countries the new routes will cover. Oh, yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's see if China will sign that with us. They do like us, after all. How is our happiness? National wealth, all right. Get to the purchasing power, that's the worst. Waiting for those to be billed as well.
It's true that the blow cannot.
Okay, so we dismantled some of them. So let's see what they look like now. Ah, a lot less followers. They had 10,000. Now they only got 71. Let's try to infiltrate it again. This country has signed our draft agreement, which opens the doors to a joint project to construct high-speed train lines. We maintain a good relationship with this country on an economic and diplomatic level. We had no difficulty convincing them. All right, so we can do a high-speed train from here to here, or we could try to do a high-speed train from our capital, or from here to here. That might not be a bad idea. Or here to here. It'd be probably pretty good for this city. Let's see what it would cost to do that. So 1.7 billion. That's a lot. That's all of our excess. We can make them pay for some of it. Do we gain anything? I mean, we will gain growth out of it. Alright, so cost borne by North Korea, 1.7. That's a lot. Would they be... Nah, they're not going to pay for a large portion of it because I'm proposing it. Like, I'd be willing to pay maybe like 10% of it. Come on, China, you're rich. Let's send it and just see what they say. At least give me a feel for what the Chinese AI is thinking. Yeah, they won't bear. They even find it offensive. Okay, maybe not send that again. Alright, well, we'll just have to hold off till we've got more money. Still 93. We could probably keep squeezing it out of company turnover. We'll just be able to raise the company turnover tax again after legislation. And then we can do a couple things like maybe get income tax up there. There we go. Law's been passed. Social purchasing power goes up. Employment goes up. All right, and that gave us lots and lots of happy people. Good, so we should see purchasing power hopefully turn around. And the budget excess we'll see grow as we're moving forward. Now, I did get some suggestions to cut the military back to save money. And I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. Good news, our fiscal performance in the last quarter shows a cash surplus. This will help us reduce our debt service. Let's keep it up. And if we manage to settle our entire debt, then we could benefit from a treasury reserve that will accumulate interest, which I like the thought of that. $287 million cash surplus. We actually use that to pay down some debt. You can negotiate with all of our lending partners for some reduction in their interest rates. Of course, the negotiating rates will only be valid for the next quarterly debt issuance. That's fine. Yeah, we could actually negotiate, but the problem is that our debt is currently held... So we did pay off a lot of France's debt. It was 2.4 billion or maybe 2.6. Now it's 2.23. It's 2.4, I think so, or somewhere around there, 2.6. So their interest rates aren't bad. The worst interest rates are the United States. Yeah, let's meet with them and see if we can get our interest rate down. That'll help us pay off our French loan a little bit quicker. I wonder if we have money loaned out to anybody. I doubt it. And we don't even have a credit rating.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure. Our economy is flourishing, our production increases.
Wow, I hit 18% growth. Oh my god. Just to give you an example, I think the United States in like 2018 was like 4%. 18% growth is nuts. We have received the figures from all of our employment agencies, and the overall national employment rate for the last quarter stands at 3%. As a reminder, the rate previous quarter was 5%. Nice.
Sure.
Glass of champagne. Negotiating interest rate for the next loan emission.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
That's not what it is right now, so I'm not sure. That's not what it is right now, is it? 130. Interest rate charged. So how does that work? It was 13.26, but I don't understand why this percentage is so high. So that must be a bug. 13.26. So can we get like 10%?
We would prefer to terminate this negotiation. The terms are
Ooh, yikes. Wow, he's really mad about that. Okay, so maybe that I read that wrong. We could try it with another country. Or we could just try it with France again. Maybe he'll forget about us. Okay, what is this? Hey, we infiltrated again? No, we were spotted. So, let me check the file. Nobody, so that's maybe a good thing. Alright, so how's the budget? Budget excess 1.13 billion. Alright. I guess we could squeeze some more money out of the company turnover. Oh wow, they actually are all for it now. What if I do... Okay, they're super against it, but they're for that, which doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and do a new reform then. We'll call this Make Money 2. Make Money Boogaloo. Alright, and we'll create the reform. That's going to free up another almost 300 million. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and lower company tax again. And throw it on the same one. Actually, if I lower it down to 38%, I know that eats up some of our money. People actually don't like it lowering that much. They're somewhat okay with the 1% drop, but we're going to make them happy because we're going to lower their... We're going to lower this as well. Which frees up some money for them. I'm trying to get purchasing power balance. That's why I'm lowering some of this stuff. Social Security payments and stuff are going to help with purchasing power. So what ends up... Basically what I'm doing, if you guys are wondering, because I didn't explain it very well. Increasing tax on company turnover. It's not really going to hurt our industry at all. And it frees up crazy amounts of money. Company tax, lowering company tax... will help our industries to grow, and they'll be able to invest more money into themselves. Lowering the employer social security payments and the employee social security payments is going to increase purchasing. Well, that's going to help industry, and that's going to increase purchasing power. Value added tax can free up a lot of money, but I know it's really hated. Income tax was another weird one. So we could lower the income tax for the rich. That would increase spending power. And then we could get a huge budget economy on taxing the middle class. But that's going to hurt our spending power. So I don't know if I want to do that yet. Does this help? No. All right.
Our infiltrated agent...
Yeah.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had...
Okay. What we haven't looked at is spies either. Namely, the gross national happiness. Our country has moved down. Bad news for our constitution. So how are we going down in gross national happiness? The country's like the best it's been. I'm really shocked that we're struggling with this. Value has gone down. Human rights being a big one. So we could give some human rights. Why don't we do that? Let's give up some human rights here. Work. What do we got? Did it pass? All right. I have trouble agreeing with your devotion to Chun So-chu, the Minister of Labor. Minister of Labor? Yeah, but what about him? He loves me, and he's great popularity. I'm not going to get rid of him.
Prospective analysis coupled with...
Okay, perfect. So now we can do that again. Oh, we have an appointment with... okay, let's set it up and see what we've got. Meanwhile, yeah, spies was one thing I haven't looked at. All right, what do we have for spies? Oh, and let's make sure. What countries are we spying on? We should be trying to steal tech from people. Okay, this is a mess. So Belgium was the one we have a terrorist. Okay, I'm not really interested in doing damage to Belgium. No, I'm not interested in any of this. All right, let's free up all our agents. I don't even know why we have agents in these areas. I know that we can do some... We can steal some tech from these spots, but this doesn't help us at all. We don't need agents in any of these areas. Some very weird areas to have North Korean spies. I don't understand what's going on or what North Korea is trying to do. All right, so confirm all of that. And then, obviously, South Korea. I mean, seriously, we don't have spies in South Korea? So, we're going to throw, like, 25 spies here. And I want them to start approaching... Let's see. Political spying, approach political groups. Cyber attack preparation. We could do a cyber attack. That'd really hurt them. Let's approach terrorist groups, though. There might be sympathizers to our cause. Meanwhile, we should definitely also be spying on Japan. 25 agents, industrial spying. So we can start stealing some tech from them. We should be trying to spy. We're probably not going to be able to spy on the United States. They're just going to have way too better. Their spies will be significantly better. But we could throw 25 agents in Indonesia and do a little bit of... I don't know. Where else? Yeah, the Philippines doesn't like us. We can spy on the Philippines. We'll do political spying. Alright, let's let those set up and then we'll see what we got left. That means, though, we probably should invest some more money on our spy organizations here, especially industrial espionage, military intelligence, political espionage, and agent training. This is nothing. Fight against... What if I max them all out? Yes. We don't need the industrial, actually. We really don't. That's just espionage. Well, we'll just do it. 23 million's cheap. Alright. And that'll actually protect us as well. So I'm okay with that. We got the excess. Let's spend it. Alright. You have taken the humanitarian issue seriously and your commitment is the most sincere. In the name of the poorest, please accept our thanks and support and continue in our fight. Alright, well, if you will, you speak nice of me, because I'd like to speak to you about talking good about me. Oh, let's do our meeting now. With an ISIS terrorist in Belgium, huh? Huh. So a group that's with ISIS. Or some type of jihadist group. Total Jihad, I think, is the name for ISIS in the game. They had a budget of $1 million. You can give them financial aid, deliver 2,000 assault rifles, 3 semi-trailers of rockets and explosives. Let's give them 2,000 assault rifles.
Machines. A big thank you. Our supporters will finally have the right tools.
You're welcome. Alright, Belgium won't know what hit it. As North Korea, we obviously got to play somewhat evil. It's only fitting. Only fitting that we play with a little bit of an evil side on us. I was supposed to have a meeting with the French loan officer, and I don't think that it ever happened. What's the North Korea newspaper look like? We want a film festival. All right. So yeah, a lot of people were suggesting that I cut the army back. We've got 238,000 career soldiers and a lot of reserve.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered.
Damn. Well, hopefully increasing our Secret Service as high as we did will help prevent a lot of that. All right, network's up? I don't think so. Let's check. All right. Yeah, so we could cut the army back, but we're going to need as many troops as we can get. And if anything, I should recruit more. The general had talked about getting more commandos, and they're not that expensive. So we could get like a nice 500 even commandos. We've got tanks, but not a lot of them. Let's confirm the commandos. All right.
Our info.
All right, so our cells are getting set up. Where's our nearest military base? We've got some in the south, right? Okay, that's our nearest, like, major military base. Alright. Surprised we don't have one closer here.
Our infiltrated agent is on site.
Okay. So we've now infiltrated those. Alright, we're going to do some more housing here. Try to get this down. I'll do 100 of them. Who is this person? Minister for Education.
One of my men succeeded in.
There we go. What the heck? Guy hates everybody. All right. Research. I already increased research to a lot of this stuff. So we're really just waiting to try and discover some of it. What about space research? Can I cut this back? Because we really don't need any of this. You don't really save anything, but... we have a lot of inner fighting.
Though cannot really be described as fatal.
All right, how we doing? Wow, 2,300. We've already, their number of followers and sympathizers have gone down a lot. So we are actually going to get these guys, we're going to get them wiped out for sure. Launch a cyber attack to rig a foreign election. Launch a military cyber attack. Okay, we got another cash surplus. This will help us reduce our debt. Let's keep it up. 438 million. And a budget excess of 1.34 billion. It's a surplus. Percentage of the GDP is 3%. Budget in billion 4.68. So I've actually lowered the budget. Our public debt in billions is only 10 billion. So now how's the debt looking with France? 2.16. So it's getting down. Take a while to pay off though. I'd have to free up a lot more money if you're going to pay this more of this off. Income taxes. That'd be $1 billion if I managed to pull that off. All right, I'll have to think it over. And see what I want to do. I might take a look at some of this other stuff here. I don't know if I want to put none of these really. We could tax industrial pollution. It may not be a bad idea.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations.
All right, so there's that there. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here since we're out of time anyways. I think it's a good place to leave it. We're going to start probably getting our military forces maybe consolidated. I know at some point I want to go after South Korea, but it's going to be kind of tricky. We need to get a military alliance if we don't have one already. We need to get a military alliance with Russia and with China. See if we can get a hand with a war with South Korea, because a war with South Korea is going to be really important for us to unify Korea, but it'll certainly drag Japan and the United States and probably a bunch of other countries in. So, journalist kidnapped in Iran. Okay. Not... Oh. So we'll have to see what happens there too. Alright, with that being said though, we'll leave it off here. I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.